Hi and welcome along to AFTV. Time to preview the game Arsenal versus Brentford in the Carabao Cup. Remember last year in this competition we got all the way to the final, only to be battered in the final by Manchester City. But we did make it to the final, and I'm sure Unai Emery would love to repeat that again this season. Listen, it's always good as a new manager to get off to a winning start, win a trophy. And the Carabao Cup represents a trophy that Arsenal can win. And it's going to be a tough game tonight, but it's a very winnable game. Now, Arsenal taking on Brentford. I think they said this is the first time we're playing Brentford since 1946. And I've got to tell you, I've got some friends of mine that are Brentford fans, and they are so excited about this game tonight. They are really looking forward to it. There's rumoured to be about 9,000 Brentford fans making the trip to see us play Arsenal. Remember, literally all of those Brentford fans that are going to turn up there tonight would never have seen Arsenal play Brentford, and that's very unusual for two London clubs. Now, we cannot take Brentford lightly. For me, this is a tougher game, Brentford, than playing against Vorskla last week in the Europa League, because Brentford, I've seen them play a couple of times this season. They're a very good team, play good football, and they've been doing okay this season. They're just outside the playoff places in the Championship. And as I said, they're a dynamic team, they're a forward-thinking team, and they will come, and their manager has said it, that they will come to the Emirates without any fear whatsoever. They've got nothing to lose. If they come and they get spanked by Arsenal, it'd be like, well, to be expected. You know, we're a Championship team. We're concentrating on trying to get into the Premier League, etc., etc. However, if they come and they get a win, well, happy days. And we all saw the game yesterday, Manchester United against Derby. And remember, I thought United, they had a very strong team out, even though they made a load of changes. You know, there was still Lukaku on the pitch. There was still Alexis Sanchez on the pitch. You know, they still had big Martial, big players on there, Lingard, you know, and Derby outplayed them and deserved to win the game. Even though they won it on penalties in the end, they deserved to win the game. So, you know, this is going to be a very tough game. The teams in the Championship, the majority of them are very good teams. And as I said, London Derby, big game, probably one of the biggest games in Brentford's history as far as their fans are concerned and as far as a lot of their players are concerned. Don't expect them to come to the Emirates and roll over and die. So it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be a really, you know, end-to-end type of game. I'm not sure what the attendance will be like, because when I looked yesterday, all the tickets on the Arsenal end weren't sold out yet. Which is a bit disheartening, because we all know that over the past couple of seasons in the League Cup, not last year but previously in the League Cup, we've always had sellouts. We dropped the prices of the tickets, and lots of youngsters get an opportunity to come along and watch Arsenal. So I'm hoping that between yesterday and today that a lot of those seats are filled, and that we do get a full house, and that a lot of those young fans get to turn out and really see Arsenal play. Now, what type of team will Arsenal go with? Remember, I said Brentford are a very good team, and as I said, you saw last night, you know, Premier League teams getting beaten, including Manchester United. So, you know, we cannot take these teams lightly. So for me, obviously we're going to make changes. The manager, Unai Emery, has already said that you know, it's going to be an opportunity for young players to get their chance. It's also going to be an opportunity for some of those players who haven't featured in the first team much this season to get their chance. Leno will almost certainly return back in goal. Lichtsteiner will almost certainly come back in at right back, with Hector Bellerin taking a rest. I reckon, you know what, sort of going through it, this is kind of my team now. Those two, and then I kind of have Holding in there and Mustafi. We know that Socrates suffered a dead leg at the weekend, and Arsenal will be hoping to try and get him fit in time for the Watford game, so don't expect to see him figure as well. And Monreal will probably have to come back in. Even though Kolasinac is back in full training, he's still not fully fit yet, I don't think, to take his place in the team. The midfield two is going to be interesting. I don't expect to see Granit Xhaka in there. I think Guendouzi will definitely come in. And then possibly, again, El Neni. Although, will he play Torreira? Never know. Maybe Torreira could come in for this game because hasn't played, full games yet. But he did play a full game at the weekend, his first one. So maybe he may be safe for the weekend. And it might be El Neni who comes in there, or possibly a Joe Willock. But I expect El Neni to feature there somewhere in the team. So probably him and then Willock coming on later on. Then just in front of them, Smith Rowe. For me, Smith Rowe has to start. He came on and looked very good against Vorskla. Had a brilliant pre-season, and he really is the player that's really exciting a lot of the Arsenal fans right now. So Smith Rowe to come in there. And then I'd expect Iwobi to come and start in that game, which will be very good again for his development. He started the season really, really well. On the other side, possibly Welbeck starting out wide. And then through the middle, what I would like to see would be Eddie Nketiah. Time to give this kid a chance. He's been scoring goals still in the under-23s. He's a really, really talented player. And remember what he did last year. He bailed us out in that game against Norwich in the Carabao Cup. And I really would like to see him get a start. I think Unai Emery was saying that he's looking to rest, the strikers in Lacazette and Aubameyang. Maybe they may figure on the bench as backup to come on in case things go wrong. And then probably you might see guys like Willock on the bench. But I think it's going to be still quite an experienced team. I know that if this had been under Arsene Wenger, we'd have probably been looking at pure kids tonight. But I think Unai Emery is a bit different in his thinking in these competitions. He said yesterday that he wants to win all competitions. He wants to be, do his best in all competitions. And I think he'll go a bit stronger than what we've seen Wenger go over the years. But even if the team is quite strong, they're going to have to play well. They're going to have to take this game seriously because, as I said, Brentford are no pushovers. So really looking forward to the game. Arsenal taking on Brentford. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I do think Arsenal will get over the line. You may have noticed that I didn't mention Mkhitaryan in that 11. That's because Mkhitaryan's out injured as well. But I do think that Arsenal will get over the line. I'm going to go for Arsenal winning this one by 2-1. There'll be hairy moments, but we will get through in my thinkings. But looking forward to it tonight. Looking forward to seeing some of my mates there from Brentford. I met the Brentford chairman before, and he's got a big love for Arsenal as well. So I know that he's going to be really excited about this game tonight as well. So looking forward to it, and it should be a great game.